Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just to throw me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacies.
Hello everyone. Angry Birds comedian 1996 superstar Luna No is here again. Welcome back to my Rant House series. Sorry for not making any rants for over a year ago, but now that the series is back in production with a new episode. In this episode, I will rant on Vyond-Styled Commentaries. And I'm gonna go through valid reasons on why I hate those types of commentaries. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video, shall we? Are you freaking serious right now? Vyond-Styled Commentaries have got to be one of the worst videos that anyone could make. I used to like those types of commentaries back in 2023, but not anymore. I'm gonna explain the reasons on why I hate those types of commentaries. 1. Right off the bat, they are no better than Go Animate, Vyond-Styled Rants and Salutes, along with a few extra problems that shouldn't even exist. The commentator complains about a mock name in a rant, going like, "Was that the best mock name you could come up with?" This happens almost every single time, without fail. The infamous correction line is used in a way that's the opposite of what the rant, salute says. For example, if the rant says that the subject sucks, the commentator may go like, "Correction, this subject rocks." Like, seriously, can't they just move on from them already? They greatly exaggerate flaws with a video and usually ignore or skip over positive parts, especially when it comes to Michael the Flash themes guy and or Chris Animate's intro being plagiarized. Why is an intro copycat a big deal when literally nothing similar is brought to the table? They recycle words, lines and quotes that are used more frequently than they should, such as dude, bruh, or what does thing have to do with other thing. Can you explain why Vyond, Go Animate styled rants and salutes generally explain nothing, so this question never gets answered? The creators of these commentaries skip to the intro just because they really hate the video that they're going to commentate on. This can be helpful if the intro is annoying to some people, but it's quite off-putting for others, and it doesn't make any sense, as this can happen at random, even if the video is something minor or insignificant. They cause a lot of arguments, backlash, and wars that could have been resolved if people didn't make rants that don't elaborate on something without following a formulaic path. Examples are in the final reason. Any instance of the commentator goes like, "What did you just say?" just to make the commentator replay that segment, sometimes in slow motion and multiple times. Any flashback that repeats a previous scene, likely because the creator couldn't be bothered to say something different about a duplicated scenario. They're literally all the problems that my reaction to that videos make, plus a few more just for abusing effects, volume on the clips used for them. The effects, volume are being abused in places, which is rather unnecessary, even if a volume warning is present. GPS from Woody Memes is known for doing this often, and sometimes, even worse, there isn't even a volume warning at all when he, or other people, do this. Instead of showing a volume warning and maxing out the volume, don't increase it at all. 2. The commentaries tend to state the obvious in times that aren't necessary. For example, at the start of almost every commentary, the uploader may go like, "Now, I know this video is going to suck. Go Animate, Vyond-Styled rants and salutes automatically suck due to their formulaic pattern that almost all of them follow." Thus, the claim that's made in the commentary is pointless. It doesn't help that the character that they use in the video turns angry at that point in time, either. Plus, if the video didn't suck, then the commentary wouldn't exist. 3. Some of them tend to last way longer than they need to. A lot of the commentators end up putting users and or fictional characters in their commentaries to help them out. Not only does this make the commentaries arbitrarily long, but it can also be seen as an excuse to add them in a video solely because they might have requested to do so, or because the uploader wanted to. A commentary that should have been 5 minutes gets extended to like 8 or 9 because of this. No exceptions. Jordan is a notorious example of a Go Animate, Vyond-Styled commentary maker, because his commentaries tend to be several hours in length. The commentaries can be made on other people's commentaries. This causes the video to be ridiculously long, combined with a title that's so long that it's reduced to a visually pseudo-random string of letters and numbers. Good luck with figuring out what this stands for without clicking that acronym to go to the video. Every single time a commentary is made on another commentary on a video, the first person in that commentary chain will say to the second like, "Well, your commentary is going to suck." Random words, if applicable, time. They don't cut unnecessary parts out, even if there's nothing else to say beyond a certain point in a rant. For example, they may leave the Go Animate logo in instead of cutting that out, or they may leave the end of rant voice clip in. By that point, the video would have been over, and if they do it in a way to spite other people in the commentary chain, usually by skipping a word that denies a fact that the rant may make. Alternatively, they speed up or mute some parts instead of simply cutting that out, which would have been easier. 4. Following number 3.1, putting users in the commentaries is rather unnecessary, not just from adding bloat to an already bloated video, but to possibly make it unfair or biased for people. Some commentaries make the user character get only one turn to speak, while everyone else gets more than one. Some can contain an unnecessarily large number of users just to help one person out with the commentary, as if including them by default was bad enough. 5. The phrase fictional characters don't have opinions when it comes to a rant, salute segment that adds like, hate spots with random characters. That's a lie so severe that it discourages character development and is a separate reason all by itself. If they didn't have opinions, then cartoons would have been bland when it comes to telling a story for specific characters and their roles that they play in. Even though rants and salutes aren't any better, the commentators could have easily said, that opinion of the character is wrong or inaccurate, or, this character doesn't have anything to do with the rant, or, better yet, they could have skipped that part entirely, because it's the most redundant part of a rant that serves absolutely no purpose, other than to potentially spread misinformation, an unnecessary complaint and lie, made by an unnecessary segment of a controversial video genre. 6. The commentaries show major examples of hypocrisy for both their conduct and the commentaries themselves. The commentators complain about Michael or Chris' intro being plagiarized, but they're fine, as in don't complain, when anything else is plagiarized, such as the entire script of someone else's rant on Go Animate, Vyond haters. As an example, almost all rants on haters of a subject, especially Go Animate/Vyond, will result in the more like part being subject fans every time, guaranteed. The correction line is used in a way that counts as disagreeing with someone's opinion, which in turn begets the act of being disrespectful to people over an opinion as well as potentially forcing theirs upon the one who made the original video. This negates their claims that they respect people's opinions, which encourages pointless drama in the Vyond Go Animate community. The line, "Now, I know this video is going to suck," despite the fact that these commentaries can be even worse than the rants that they're commentating on due to their lack of advice, research, and information done on subjects. Again, if the video didn't suck to the creator, the commentary wouldn't exist, which would be good. Following number 2 and number 5, the commentators may say that fictional characters don't have opinions, yet they use them for their commentaries and even change their expressions based on the uploader's reaction to a subject segment in a video. Very rarely, they end up role-playing as fictional characters in the commentaries, completely contradicting what they say. The scene of Peter Griffin going "Oh my god, who the hell cares?" or Dr. Robotnik, Eggman, in the Sonic movie going "Nobody cares" being used when it comes to a segment that the uploader doesn't care about, but they leave that segment in, entirely unedited, and even complain about them. They complain about a mock name in a rant, yet they may make insults which are either just as bad, or even worse than the name they're complaining about. What do you expect when you make a commentary on a rant? Likewise, they claim that the Failure Adventures term is getting old, but they make these commentaries and recycle other Go Animate, Vyond-Styled cliché tilde copyright us that have been used for years. without even trying to expand on them. They might say that their commentary is for constructive criticism purposes only, yet they argue, harass, mock and even lie about the video or original creator that they're commentating on. This is not what constructive criticism is, and it's mainly used as an excuse for their cyberbullying act, regardless if it was their intention to do so or not. They tend to be fine with Go Animate, Vyond-Styled rants and salutes being criticized, but not these commentaries, as those who hear about someone giving constructive criticism towards them and why they're bad will receive unnecessary backlash due to people being so unbelievably toxic over them. Check the last treason on this page for more information. When they're repeatedly asked to stop making these commentaries due to their controversial nature, only to say that they'll continue making them because privating them would be a waste of time, when making these commentaries, and approvals in general is a waste of time as well. They may ask the question, what does character have to do with this rant? Yet people should be saying the same thing about the fictional characters being used in the commentaries. What do they have to do with them? We'd rather be looking at a black screen for the parts that the video isn't playing. They'll skip the loud parts of commentaries, but they abuse the volume setting in places that didn't need that treatment, especially over minor things that the communities take out of context. One person of the commentary chain may say that another one's commentary will suck just because they disagree with it without explaining, when in reality, all the commentaries in that chain, most of these are made solely because an uploader may disagree with practically everything about the video they dislike. More times than not, a simple comment left in the comments section would have been more effective. Go Animate, Vyond-Styled rants, salutes have been the main target of these commentaries, which aren't much better, but at least they can be short, provided that multiple rants, salutes aren't in the same video. If you remove the commentary parts of the commentary and leave the raw video in, then you'll eventually notice that it looks like just a disguised re-upload of someone else's video with loose strings tied together. The loose strings being the complaints, arguments, and childish insults. 8. The approvals are near identical to the commentaries, but they focus on everything positive instead of everything negative, which causes the following problems. They say agreed very frequently. They tend to be biased, usually being made just because the one who approves of the video supports the creator without even properly analyzing the reasons of a rant, salute, which could be false. They refuse to admit when a segment of a video is notably lackluster or bad, even when others point that out. 9. They try too hard to be hip and cool, sometimes by using dead memes such as any of Filthy Frank's clips, especially with him going like, "It's time to stop," and "Shut the fuck up, no one cares." 10. The commentaries are sort of misleading, as the word commentary is supposed to mean a narrative speech towards a subject, which describes segments in detail. Go Animate, Vyond-Styled commentaries usually do not do this, as they complain all the way through with recycled and biased opinions, facts, logic, and mindless rambling. 11. Some of these commentaries can be so lazily done that the creator of them might have several tens of tabs opened up at once for characters and video clips, in an attempt to simulate editing one and piecing it all together. Jay Kaiser is an example of doing this, and others have used this strategy before he did. And finally, 12. They cause unnecessary controversies in the Go Animate, Vyond community that could have been easily avoided and prevented. Jay Kaiser had, indirectly, sent his fans to attack MJ the Spirit because the latter said that Go Animate, Vyond-Styled commentaries were bad, along with him saying that they're an infringement of copyright due to them being too similar to my reaction to that videos, as well as the commentaries being disguised re-uploads of other people's videos, only made just to complain all the way through without explaining anything worthy at all. Jay is in the wrong here, as he had no right to send hate to someone who had a different opinion, even if he disagreed with it. Jay even made a rant on MJ and accused him as a criminal under a fictional character's name because of his fans supporting the lie that MJ made or forced people to take down commentaries, when he actually didn't, effectively making them all conclusion jumpers. Even Michael the Flash themes guy. People such as Foxy the Fox 110 have made excuses to keep making Go Animate, Vyond-Styled commentaries, such as commentaries fall under fair use, Commentaries are for constructive criticism purposes only, and saying that commentaries is copyright infringement is an excuse, when neither of them are good, let alone being true, and the latter can be seen as an excuse to avoid criticism against these commentaries. And that's all the rant for today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and hit the notification bell for more content, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.